Thousands of eager IKEA customers burst through the doors of the new 456,000 square foot Burbank store this morning.
I'm so excited. I can't contain myself.
All smiles now, but just hours earlier, Burbank police had to show up to keep the peace.
Hey everyone, welcome to Glizzy Nation, the vlog where we try every glizzy in the nation. Today we're in Burbank, California, visiting the country's largest IKEA. 3 stories high, sitting on 22 acres, this place is massive. Their restaurant seats over 600 people, their bistro serves food similar to Costco, so of course, we had to see what those glizzies are like. There he is. Little does he know, he's not getting any hot dogs today. I've never been to IKEA. Have you?
I've been a few times, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to this one, though.
Which one would you usually go to?
The Carson? And
Which is like south, right?
Yeah.
I love Burbank. You're not a big Burbank gal, are you?
I'm not. Like, I don't like to go past the mountains, honestly.
I love the valley.
I know.
It's my favorite place to be. I've never had IKEA food. I've assembled furniture that you've bought from IKEA online. So I know like what type of products they sell. I've seen their Billy shelves, but I have never been inside one of their stores. I'm very excited. I'm very curious to what their hot dog tastes like, because I hear they have a hot dog. You've had the Swedish meatballs.
Yeah.
Do you remember liking them?
I did like them because I think they came with, I want to say, mashed potatoes and the gravy.
Ooh.
And they had a chocolate bar I do also remember liking as well. I would think I was surprised by all the food products that they had in general.
I'm excited to try their pizza, because I think they have pizza as well.
Oh.
And they have like sandwiches and stuff, so we're gonna see what they have. Hopefully they have hot dogs, because we're looking for their hot dogs. That's what we want. 2 weeks ago, we went to Skechers Food Spot, which is very similar to this idea, you know, people shopping, give them cheap food while they shop, right? We haven't been to IKEA, so I'm excited to see whether they compare to Costco and Skechers Food Spot.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. The building's parking structure is massive. It feels like parking at a mall or airport. We arrived at around 11 a.m. on a Wednesday. The facility was really clean, and there wasn't a lot of people. There's advertising everywhere for the products they sell, even in the bathrooms. And to their credit, they're pretty good deals. We find our way to their bistro, where they sell quick, ready-to-go hot foods. There's lots of snacks to choose from, but their refreshment selection was lacking. There's lots of tables, not so much seating. And when you're ready to order, you walk up to these ordering kiosks. It's all digital. And while convenient, they do lag a bit. We ended up going with 2 hot dogs, a veggie dog, a plant-based hot dog, a pizza slice, a salted pretzel, a frozen yogurt cup, and 2 fountain drinks, all totaling out to a mind-blowing $14.99 with tax. Now the hot dogs I'm very excited about, because they do have a very low price, 75 cents each. That's a hell of a deal. That's even competing with Costco a little bit. I don't think the Costco hot dog is even 75 cents.
Right.
That being said, it's much smaller than Costco's. This looks like a normal bun and kind of just like a smaller hot dog. It's not large at all, but size doesn't matter, right? It's all in the taste, so let's see what this tastes like. The bread I find very good. I would assume they either steam or boil the hot dog. Doesn't seem grilled, which is not a bad thing. It's not bad. It's just not the most flavorful hot dog. It's just like a normal hot dog that you would see for a very low price at a supermarket. It's not taut. There's not a strong skin. It's just soft. It's not the wow power that a Costco hot dog has. But for 75 cents, I'm pretty happy with it. I'll give it 3.5 owls out of 5.
It does look steamed, right? I think for 75 cents, it is what it is. It's not horrible. The bun's nice. The bun's not as thick as I would have imagined it to be. I thought it was going to be a little more bready, but it's nice. It's actually pretty light. The hot dog itself is a little unimpressive. You know, it's a little just bland on its own. The flavor isn't bad. 3 out of 5. So this one is their veggie dog, which Looks suspicious, but I mean, it is a veggie dog, so let's give it a shot. Got a little bit of mustard, a little bit of ketchup. Huh. Okay, it's not horrible. It has the taste of almost like curry. I think there's lentils in there that I can see. Some sort of greenage, which might be broccoli. No, it can't be broccoli. Could it be broccoli? Oh, is that quinoa? I think that's quinoa. I think I see lentils, a carrot. That's not bad. I mean, I appreciate it as like an alternative to like a regular hot dog. And if I was coming here, I wouldn't be upset by it. It's like a 4 out of 5. I'm happy with it. It could be a little more flavorful, I think, like anything, but I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
So you might be asking yourself, like, what is the difference between the veggie dog and the plant-based hot dog? Well, the plant-based is trying to taste like a hot dog, where the veggie dog, I think you're going to get a totally different experience from a regular hot dog because you're just getting actual vegetables in there, you know? So I don't think this is something I would like. I'm a little bit of like a little kid sometimes with vegetables, but maybe it's good. Let's try it out. I like the bread. Mm-hmm. So if it has bread... Oh, it's a lot of flavor. That's a good thing. But yeah, it does not taste like a hot dog at all. Mm-mm. It tastes like you're eating bread with vegetables in it, but not a bad version of that at all. This is not something I would buy ever, but I am like somewhat enjoying it, which is saying a lot.
Yeah.
I give this 3 out of 5 owls. So now this is the plant-based hot dog, which is trying to taste like a hot dog, and it does look like a hot dog. We know it's not. The flag doesn't need to be there. We know that's not a real hot dog, but it is successful at trying to look like a hot dog. Now, I understand there is a little bit of a grading curve here. It's not a hot dog. It's trying to be a hot dog. People that have this sort of diet are kind of desperate for something that tastes like a hot dog. I don't know how to describe it, but I would say it tastes like a wet paper towel. It's not something I enjoy. I've had good vegan options for hot dogs. I've had good, like, Impossible hot dogs. This, to me, isn't that. It's very moist. It's flavorless. I really don't like the texture. I'm giving this 1 out of 5 owls.
I'm not very excited to eat it now. Because it has, like, a shell casing, right? So that's what gives you, like, that little snap. It almost looks like it would be kind of like similar to bologna, but it's very spongy. Yeah, it's not great. I feel like the ketchup and mustard do more for it than anything. And I can taste like those little bits of something. I'm like, it's not pepper. The artificial crunch kind of freaks me out. It's not great, but it's not horrible. I'll give it, what, maybe a 2.5 out of 5?
All right. This is the pretzel. It looks great. I love the braid.
Beautiful.
I don't know if this is right, but it does seem Swedish that it's braided. It's not incredibly soft. It's not incredibly warm, which is concerning. But it has a good amount of salt, and I mean, it can't be bad, right? It's taking a second to chew. Mm-hmm. I've had worse soft pretzels, for sure. But this is very dry and not very soft. It feels almost a little old. We're here pretty early, meaning I imagine everything was made pretty recently, right? But maybe it's been sitting a little while because there's not a lot of people here. It is Wednesday, it is early. Maybe it's just been sitting out for a while. I probably wouldn't get this again. This isn't great. 2 out of 5 owls.
Chunky salt, bread. Let's see. I see what you mean. You are chewing that for like a minute. And it's really doughy. She's kind of matte, you know? She's not giving glow. I'll give it what? Probably 2 out of 5 also, because it's not horrible. The taste isn't bad, but 2 out of 5.
This pizza doesn't look great. I'm a little worried about it. Not a lot of cheese. It looks like it's been out for a while.
It
it's
looks
very
cold.
Yeah. But it's pizza, right? This is the closest tasting pizza I've ever had to my cafeteria pizza growing up in high school. It tastes exactly like school pizza, which is not a bad thing. I can see people liking this. It's not great. It's not good quality. I do enjoy this because it is school pizza and I love school pizza, but I can't believe they actually sell this, to be honest. It's kind of weird that they went this way. 1 out of 5 owls.
That's not good.
It's not good.
It's so cold.
It's very cold.
The cheese is like chunky, which like sometimes is okay. It's not good.
No.
Yeah, 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5 was fair. Okay, it's a frozen yogurt. I think it's just vanilla, right? Or just
I think it's just
plain
vanilla.
flavor?
Yeah.
That's actually really good. It tastes just like a really creamy vanilla ice cream. Honestly, I feel like it's super light. It's not too sweet either. A 5 out of 5. Like, I'm happy. Like, I'm content. I think they had a cone option too. I'm glad we got the cup, but the cone would be nice to try also.
It comes with one of these, which I always feel like it's a weird move. I much prefer a spoon, and I'm sure I can get a spoon, but this is the way it comes, so I'm going to try it with one of these. You're right. Mm-hmm. It doesn't even taste like yogurt. It tastes like ice cream. It's delicious. Probably the best frozen yogurt I've ever had before. Really creamy, really sweet, but not overpoweringly sweet. I love this. I would definitely get this again, probably with a spoon. 5 out of 5 ounces. Leaving the bistro, we're greeted by a fridge full of Swedish meatballs. And then I saw this bottle of mustard that had a glizzy on it. We make our way over to IKEA's restaurant. A huge cafeteria space with so much seating and decor. While waiting online for your hot food, you stand by a gorgeous selection of cakes and desserts. The menu isn't as inclusive as the bistros. Their meals mostly revolve around meatballs or chicken tenders. We went with a kids' meatball meal with an additional 4 meatballs. They were out of the included mashed potatoes, so that was substituted with mac and cheese. We got 2 pieces of garlic bread, a chocolate bar, and a strawberry shortcake, all totaling to $14.64. The mac and cheese looks interesting. Not like mac and cheese I've seen before, but I think we have to start with the Swedish meatballs.
Yeah.
Now, the Swedish meatballs are the reason everyone comes to the IKEA restaurant. These are not the best Swedish meatballs I've had. Maybe it's trying to get more of like a fast food feel, which is certainly accomplished. It's very soft. It tastes good, but it tastes like a fast food item. It tastes kind of like a McDonald's-esque meat. The sauce is really good. The sauce is very flavorful, but the meatball just isn't the best. That being said, they're not very expensive, and we're just out shopping, so there's some wiggle room there. I give them 3.5 owls out of 5. Then we have the mac and cheese. It's not my favorite. I don't want to be negative too, because it looks good, and this whole area is so beautiful, and I'm loving the experience. I'm not crazy about the mac and cheese. It's just kind of bland. 2.5 owls out of 5.
Let's try the balls. I do remember them being better. These do feel like they've kind of been like reheated a couple times. The sauce is good, but the ball itself is, yeah, you can see it. Like the outside, that's the part that's like dry, that crunchy bit, and the inside's still pretty soft, but that's definitely been reheated. The gravy helps. I see why they put a lot of that. Okay, let's try the mac and cheese. That's not good. It's very watery. So far, Swedish meatball, this one in particular, like 1.5 out of 5, which is so terrible because I usually like meatballs. And the mac and cheese, 1 out of 5 Shunashys. And I'm very generous. Like, I like the essence of cheese just in general. So this is the garlic toast, which looks great. I'm probably more used to like a garlic cheese toast because I want something else. The flavor is not bad though. It's very mild on the garlic. I'm not a too heavy on the raw garlic person, so I like this. It's very like the essence of garlic. There's no like big garlic chunks or anything. It's not the freshest, but it's not terrible. A 3.5 out of 5 Shunashys.
Now, it was kind of just sitting out there, which I found a little strange. It wasn't being served with the rest of the
Yeah,
food.
it was in self-serve,
Yeah, so it was kind of sitting under a heat lamp, but it looks delicious. I love garlic bread. I love toast. I don't see how I can go wrong. Now, your reaction scared me a little bit. I was expecting something bad, honestly, because you're kind of generous and you didn't love it.
That's true.
It's very fluffy in a good way. Pretty flavorful. It's good bread. It's nicely toasted. The garlic is very light. Would I enjoy some like cheese and stuff on it? Sure, but I'm happy with this. It's a good assistance to a good meal, I could literally eat probably like 30 of these. 4.5 owls out of 5.
It looks pretty moist. Super simple, super light. The flavor profile is nice. The berry's pretty good too. The icing's nice because it's not too heavy. It's not like a thick buttercream or anything. I like that. I'd give that a 4 out of 5 Shunashys.
Yeah, at first I wasn't sure why you picked this one, but there is something attractive.
Aesthetically
graphics. Yeah.
pleasing.
It's very moist looking. The lines look perfect. There's actual chunks of strawberry. So I'm actually pretty excited to try this one. Nothing here is particularly amazing today. People at home, if there is something amazing, comment. Let us know what it is. Because we didn't try everything on the menu today, but we tried most things. We're kind of getting the feel of like airport food, I feel like. But when it comes to airport food, this is delicious. Like, it is really good. I would have this again easily. I wouldn't go to like a bakery to buy this, but shopping around, get a really cheap cake that's tastes pretty fresh, pretty moist, sweet. I'm enjoying it. 4 out of 5 owls.
Nice.
After eating entirely way too much food, we muster the strength to do some shopping. The entire layout of the building is led by these projected arrows. They want you to follow these arrows, ensuring every customer sees everything. We found a Lego set that features a Glizzy, which unfortunately we did not grab. There's so much to play with and see, we could definitely see a kid coming here with their parents and not having the absolute worst time. All right, we're all done with our visit to IKEA, and it was interesting. I wasn't expecting our trip, like the way it went, right? Same with you? I think the food was way less good than I thought it would be, and I thought the merchandise was way cooler than I thought it would be.
Yeah, they
right?
have everything under the sun.
Yeah, so we went to the Bistro, and everything in the Bistro was kind of just like okay to bad, almost. And then we went to the restaurant, and the food was good. Like, it was just like everything was good, but a lot of people, when they talk about IKEA, they talk about it like it's like one of the best foods.
Yeah.
You know, one of the best locations ever. Yeah. But we thought everything was like okay, pretty much,
Lackluster.
right? But the experience of coming to the Bistro, the restaurant, the store, it's so cool, right? Everything there is so well designed. Everything's so pretty.
Yeah.
The location being in like the Burbank Hills is really cool because there's giant windows everywhere. You can see these giant mountains in the background. Yeah, this place is humongous. Kind of a fun time. Like, we had fun regardless to how okay the Glizzies were.
Yeah. Did some shopping.
Yeah, we did some shopping. We bought a fern, some little cheap items. That place can be dangerous.
Yeah.
You go there with a fat pocket and you just moved into a new place or something. You can easily spend like $1,000 just getting a few things.
So quickly.
And everything is well priced. I definitely recommend IKEA to everyone. But the food is solid if you want some food while you shop, and I guess that's what it's made for. But it's really not the destination, you know. Like, that's not the reason you go, to me at least, right? Yeah, but really fun experience.
Really fun experience. Yeah. I'd say honestly, the food was disappointing because every time I've had IKEA food in the past, like, it's been pretty good. So that was pretty disappointing.
It's not Costco.
That's not.
Yeah, but the Bistro had great prices.
Yeah.
The restaurant, not as good, but still pretty low priced.
Yeah.
So it didn't really hurt the pocket. We bought a few things, really wasn't too much money. Yeah. It's a fun day. We didn't really break the bank. We had a great time at IKEA in Burbank, California. Everyone home, thank you so much for watching. If you don't mind, throw should I be more assertive?
I don't know.
Hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, comment on our videos. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.